Welcome back to How Good Will They Be, Episode 3. In this series, I go over teams that are looking pretty interesting heading into the next NBA season, and I talk about them, talk about some moves they made, and how I think they can do. In this episode, we have probably the most interesting team due to how many changes they made. It's the Los Angeles Lakers. So we're going to get right into it, because we have a lot to talk about in this episode. First off, the Los Angeles Lakers obviously traded for Russell Westbrook. I'm going to talk about this trade, but I'm not going to talk about how I feel because I already made a video about my opinion on this trade. But yeah, they gave up Montrezl Harrell, Kyle Kuzma, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and the 22nd pick, who ended up being Isaiah Jackson, in return for Russell Westbrook. So getting Russell Westbrook forms a really nice big three of LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook. Now, right away when I noticed this big three, I noticed that there are two big problems, and they are shooting and depth. Obviously, the Lakers, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is an average shooter for a power forward. LeBron is below average for a small forward, and Westbrook's below average as a point guard. So they also got rid of Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, a great three-point shooter, in this trade. So they are definitely lacking shooting, and they also lack depth. The Los Angeles Lakers got rid of Kyle Kuzma, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and Montrezl Harrell in this trade. Now, they also lost Dennis Schroeder and Andre Drummond in free agency. So you had a big three of Westbrook, LeBron, AD, but your fourth best player is like Marc Gasol. So how are you going to fix these two big problems? Well, the Lakers had an answer. Free agency. The Lakers went off in free agency, as everyone knows, signing Carmelo Anthony, Kendrick Nunn, Malik Monk, Wayne Ellington, Dwight Howard, Trevor Ariza, so many players, and this kind of fixed their depth problem. And now the Lakers don't really lack any of those problems because of how good they did in free agency. Shooting, they got Carmelo Anthony, Wayne Ellington, Malik Monk, all to space the floor, and they also got a lot of depth, or however you pronounce it, getting Dwight Howard, or even if he starts, you get Kendrick Nunn, a backup point guard, Malik Monk, a backup shooting guard, and they just signed so many players in free agency, just curing their problems of shooting and depth. So now I'm going to go over the Los Angeles Lakers' potential starting lineup. Now, I think that their lineup's going to be something like Westbrook, Wayne Ellington, LeBron, Davis, Dwight Howard. They can also run something like this, as you see right now. You take Anthony Davis, put him at center, bench Dwight Howard, and start Carmelo Anthony. And honestly, I think that lineup is a bit better because there's a bit more shooting in it. But realistically, I think they'll bench Carmelo Anthony, and Davis doesn't really like to play center, so they'll start Dwight Howard. And yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about the starting lineup. I really like this starting lineup. First of all, shooting. That was a big problem after getting Russell Westbrook. They don't have Carmelo Anthony in the starting lineup, so they are still a below-average shooting team, but they have Wayne Ellington, who will space the floor a little bit, so you can't always be doubling LeBron when he's driving because he can kick it out to Wayne Ellington. Same with Davis and Westbrook. You can't double them. Defensive-wise, defense, rebounding, this team is going to be elite. Defense wins championships. They're going to take this to a whole nother level. You're not going to be grabbing a rebound with Dwight Howard and Anthony Davis in the paint. And you also have Westbrook and LeBron, who are great rebounders for their position. And just overall defensively, this team is going to be unstoppable. I really like this starting lineup, and they have a great bench too. The Lakers' bench is looking something like this. Their backup point guard will be Kendrick Nunn. Their backup shooting guard will be Malik Monk. Then they also forget the positions. Kendrick Nunn, Malik Monk, Carmelo Anthony, Talen Horton-Tucker, Marc Gasol, and Trevor Ariza. Those are all guys that can play off the bench. Maybe they'll just only do 5 of them or 4. If I was the Lakers, I would do Melo, Kendrick Nunn, Malik Monk, and then maybe Marc Gasol or Talen Horton-Tucker. I'm not really sure. But this bench is really good. Like I said, the Lakers really lack bench depth. And by signing all these guys, that really cured that problem. This team reminds me of the 2020 Los Angeles Lakers when they won it all. LeBron, Dwight, AD were all starting when they won it all. And you're adding Russell Westbrook. You have Wayne Ellington replacing KCP. And you're just adding Russell Westbrook, a triple-double machine. So it's no secret this team looks really good. They're really deep, too. Their bench is amazing. So obviously they have one of the best, if not the best, chances of winning the NBA championship. But I still have some problems with this team. For starters, let's take a look at last year. They got Dennis Schroeder, Montrezl Harrell. They were looking really good. But they just never gelled well, and their chemistry was awful. And this could be the same case. I don't know. Their playmaking, shooting, defense, all of this looks really good. On paper, they are the perfect team. But in real life, you never know how well this team can gel. And injuries, this team gets injured a lot. But overall, if this team can stay healthy, and if this team can gel well, because you're going to have to see, you reconstructed your whole team. You got rid of half your team and replaced it with another half. So it's no secret there's going to be chemistry problems in the beginning, but if they can get it all sorted out by the second half of the season, by playoffs max, then this team can definitely do some damage. So I think that this team, on paper, is better than the Nets because they're deeper. I don't know. Could be close. And I think that they have the best shot if healthy. But that's my opinion on the Lakers this year. But that's going to wrap up my video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed my analysis on the Los Angeles Lakers and how I think they'll do next year. Be sure to subscribe. Comment down below what team you want to see next. Honestly, I'm starting to run low on teams that look interesting, thinking maybe the Warriors, Hornets, Pistons, teams like that. But you comment down below if you want me to do your favorite team. And we'll see you in the next video.